If you are a trader, you must pay attention to the news and the current market conditions. As you can see, this morning and pretty much all last night, we recovered because the US stock market basically disregarded any of the Iran-Israel stuff. Obviously, it's very terrible and tragic, but the US stock market was like, look, the US isn't going to get involved. They're going to have war over there in the Middle East, and we're just going to continue business. So what do? We grind up all day. Now, as we got to the top, almost every time we got to this top point here, we had a news release basically saying that there were some updates, that Iran was going to keep bombing, that the United States might get involved, and they're going to hold a meeting. From that point where the U.S. involvement was mentioned and then confirmed by Donald Trump that they were going to have a meeting today, the market slid into panic. And that's why I recommend always being aware of the current market volatility as well as what major events are going on. If the US does get involved, likely expect some downside. We could very well recover this once any news released that the US for sure is not going to get involved. However, everything at this point is just speculation. I think people were definitely selling today. Maybe there were some insiders or some people knew something that we don't. But where are good opportunities? We had this clear uptrend. Once we broke this clear uptrend, we got a flush. Now we had this previous level of resistance that became support throughout the day. We came back down, we broke through. Never chase, especially when you're sweeping the low. However, when you come back up and retest, this is a great short. And I mentioned in my last couple of videos, this right here is like a stop hunt candle. So let's say you're short, market goes in your favor, comes back up, stops you out, and then continues that bigger move. That's why I recommend leaving your stop to where you had set initially, and then just let the trade go back down to target. Now we're starting to get some support down in this area after we swept these recent lows, but who knows what this news and volatility is going to bring. So make sure y'all trade smaller position sizes right now, especially with a lot of unknowns, because the market does not like anything unknown. And make sure you use a trailing stop. If you'd like some more coverage and tips and tricks, make sure you like and follow this channel.